What is good, everybody? It's your boy That King Boo, and I'm back at it again with some more gaming news. Today is January the 16th, 2026, and today's news is going to be dealing with Nvidia, Asus, and a little bit of MSI. So everybody knows that this AI boom has basically made everything PC related just skyrocket, right? And not too long ago, there was some news that came out by Hardware Unboxed that said that Nvidia was going to be discontinuing the 5070 Ti and the 5060 Ti 16GB version. So this GameSpot article has the update already, but I'm not going to read the update part. I'm just going to read what was said prior. And then I'm going to jump to PC Gamer and I'm going to read their article because it goes into more detail, right? So the title says, Nvidia ending RTX 5070 Ti production amid RAM price crisis. The ongoing RAM shortage and the associated increase in RAM prices are starting to affect other pieces of hardware that make use of fast memory. Graphics cards are especially susceptible, which has seemingly forced Nvidia to start discontinuing at least 250 series cards that ship with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. A report by Hardware Unboxed states that several GPU manufacturers have designated both the RTX 5070 Ti and the 16 gigabyte version of the RTX 5060 Ti as end of life, meaning that no new stock is being produced. At CES 2026, Asus, one of the largest AIB partners Nvidia works with, confirms stocks of the two cards was difficult to acquire from Nvidia and that current stock of both cards would be the last until further notice. So now I will be jumping to PC Gamer's article because, like I said before, they go into detail about what is going on, right? So the title says, Asus and MSI have now both clarified the RTX 5070 Ti hasn't received an end-of-life status. Asus has rushed to clarify reports from Hardware Unboxed that it has listed its line of Nvidia GeForce RTX 5070 Ti GPUs as end of life, with a statement released today which states the outlet may have received incomplete information from an Asus PR representative regarding these products. In short, someone, Hub, spoke in the post CES has gone a bit far when it comes to the official status of the RTX 5070 Ti being listed as definitely EOL. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone from Nvidia also had a not so quiet word in Asus ear last night, which encouraged some official clarification today from HQ. The full statement from Asus reads as, we would like to clarify recent reports regarding the Asus GeForce RTX 5070 Ti and the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB. Certain media may have received incomplete information from an Asus PR representative regarding these products. The GeForce RTX 5070 Ti and the GeForce RTX 5060 Ti 16GB has not been discontinued or designated as end of life. Asus has no plans to stop selling these models. Current fluctuation in supplies for both products are primarily due to memory supply constraints, which has temporarily affected production output and restocking cycles. As a result, availability may appear limited in certain markets, but this should be interpreted as production halt or product retirement. All right. Asus will continue to support the GeForce RTX 5070 Ti and the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB and is working closely with partners to stabilize supply as conditions improve, right? Yesterday, Hardware Unboxed published a video stating categorically that it had been told by Asus representatives that the RTX 5070 Ti was in end-of-life status due to the super low supply of the GPU packages. This model is currently facing a supply shortage, and as much they have placed the model into end of life status, it says in the piece. Okay, I'm gonna speak on this a little bit. Honestly, I think because of the, I guess, price to performance of these two, a lot of people are buying these because I think they're at a price that's worth it, in my opinion. But also, I kind of think maybe Nvidia is probably trying to do some type of like little slimy little thing, because a lot of people don't know that Nvidia sells like massive quantities of GPUs directly to AI companies. I mean, look right here, it has OpenAI right here, and a lot of these companies are showing their true colors. They're going where the money is going, right? The money is in AI right now. Unfortunately, the money is not in the hands of the consumers as it once was, right? So a lot like companies like Nvidia are doing some kind of snake stuff. Honestly, I think they're trying to they're not going to discontinue it, because they don't want to come out and just say, oh, we're going to discontinue the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte RAM or the 5070 Ti gigabyte RAM. What they're going to do is they're going to halt production, slow it down, right? Because they want to basically allocate more RAM to the AI companies, right? Because there's more money there for them, more profit, so on and so forth, right? And is it slimy? Yes, it's a bunch of bullshit if you ask me, right? Because you know, they're just showing you how loyal they are to the customer, right? Let's continue to read this article, right? Let me see. Okay, we spoke to our team, we spoke to our own contacts at Asus yesterday, who said it was the first they or the entire European, Middle East, and Africa team at Asus has heard about it, and that end of life itself was a big term, a change in priority focus, or a serious shortage in chips. See, there we go. In chips could always impact the production or sales of a specific card, but to officially say that the card is end of life is something very different. I honestly think there really is no shortage. Like I was saying before, they're just like, Nvidia is just basically just allocating all the VRAM that it has. They're putting it in the GPUs that they're selling to these AI companies, because they're selling that shit in crazy bulk, bro, to these companies, right? That's all that they're doing. Let me see. But where was I? Okay. Which is also what I got from talking to MSI today. Officially, MSI has stated that it has no plans to end of life anything, and that its goal is to feed all gamers with all GPUs, which comes as no surprise after what Asus has come out to say today. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, you know, there's some companies out there that's actually, you know, there for the consumer. You know, that's always good to hear, especially in these like trying times where, you know, AI has ruined everything and the prices have just, right? Okay. Given the memory shortage, a shift in priority to the RTX 5080 as the main 16 gigabyte Nvidia card in the lineup makes sense, but the way that sales have been across the board suggests that gamers looking at the high end will buy an RTX 5090. Oh, but here's the crazy part, right? So if we look at like the 5090 versus the 5080, right? Of course it has like double the VRAM, right? Which is good, really good. But you got to understand that's $1,000 difference. Some people ain't trying to shell out that $1,000 difference like that. And I don't know if y'all remember, I did a video not too long ago talking about how there's been rumors that Nvidia is basically trying to increase the price of the 5090 to like $5,000. A lot of people, there's only going to be a small group of people that's actually going to be able to purchase this thing, especially at both of these prices, if we're being honest. But $1,000 more, hey man, I don't know if that's true in my opinion. Let me keep reading. And the more sensible money goes on either the RTX 5070 or the RTX 5070 Ti, but generally not the RTX 5080. I mean, if we look at, I mean, between the, I don't know about that. That's kind of strange. That's kind of strange to say, because if we look at the RTX, let me see, 80, look at the RTX 80 and the 70 Ti, like price difference. No, I don't want AI mode. See, you're ruining everything, AI. All right, so I mean, if we go to that, I mean, bro, I mean, the $250 to $400 like difference, right? So like right here, so like $999, I'm guessing these are like the founder edition cards. So $1,000 for the 5080 and $750 basically for the 5070 Ti, right? I think that's actually more justifiable as far as like, oh, I'll pay like the extra like $250, $300 in order to get the 5080, you know, cool. I'll get what, how much more performance? I mean, roughly about 10 to 15%. Okay, you know, I mean, but honestly, I feel like this price jump is more reasonable than this price jump. I mean, there's a difference between $250, $300 versus $1,000. That's a big ass difference. So I don't necessarily agree with what they said right there, right? And honestly, I think what Nvidia, like I said before, Nvidia's just, I think they're just basically slowing it down and basically just allocating that RAM to GPUs that AI data centers are going to use. This is all they're doing, bro. That's really all they're doing. And they're basically, and I think they really want to basically jack up the price of the 5090, because think about this, right? Let me slow down. All right, look. So if they slow down production on the 5060, 5060 Ti, 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, 5070, 5070 Ti, and then they want to talk about, oh, the 5080 ain't really selling too well. I mean, that's just going to increase the price of the 5090, and it's just by a long shot, because everything is in short supply except the 5090, right? I mean, honestly, I mean, that's really and truly, that's just going to increase all of the prices from 5060, 5090 across the goddamn board. Honestly, this is just, like I said, man, this is about just greed at the end of the day. I can't, like, it's just greed at the end of the day. They're like, well, we already making money over here on the, you know, on the AI side. So we're just going to continue to just shaft the customer and basically keep going up in price and keep basically creating this shortage of, you know, cards that are actually affordable in order to get more money out of the consumer. And just, they can only do that shit for so long. That's why I can't wait for this thing to kind of like, you know, kind of just crash, bro. I really wanted to crash and burn. Like, I know it might not ever crash. It might just slow down. It might not be as profitable as it once was, but I just want it to just slow down. So like gamers like us can actually start affording to game again, affording to build these PCs again, because it's really getting sad at this damn point, the way these companies are doing this. This shit is just wrong. That's why I'll tell anybody right now, man, if you can afford it, because I think this thing is going to get worse before it gets better. If you can afford it right now, buy it before it goes up. And if you got something already and you can't afford to upgrade, make sure you take care of it, clean it, do whatever you need to do to maintain it, because like I said, the prices are insane out here right now. And for the person that can't get it yet, just continue to save your money. Continue to vote for with your wallet. That's on everybody's end. Vote for your wallet. Save your money. Everybody save your money. Really, everybody save your money. Everybody vote for your wallet and just ride this shit out. Honestly, that's all I can tell you. Just maintain your stuff. Save your money. Ride this thing out. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. And yeah, guys. And just stay focused and stay focused on the things that actually matter, and stay positive, guys. But that'll be it for today's video. If you like what you see, always just like and subscribe. And yeah, yeah, man. This AI stuff is getting out of hand. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.